A quote that often comes to mind is Albert Einstein when he said, "We're not going to fix the problems we face using the same thinking we used when we created them." This is no longer about just trying to do less harm or reduce our footprint. It's about having a positive impact on the planet. The reality is that if all we're trying to do is to reduce our impact and do less bad, then the planet would be better off without us. But I believe that we do have a role, we do have a reason for being here, and that is to be an active participant in the circle of life. And we get to be the conductors and work with the orchestra, of nature. Well, we came from a very conventional background, completed a Bachelor of Agriculture at Massey University, and then when we came back to the farm, we joined local discussion groups, which were really production focused, and a lot of young people involved in trying to push that production to the limits. And we got to a point where we kind of decided how much is enough. And it's just been a whole sort of learning journey through that time, which has sort of got us to this point now. The Mangarara is just over 600 hectares. Of that is about 470 hectares of grazing land at this stage. And we're very fortunate we have Horseshoe Lake, which is about 35 hectares of water. I think the first thing about regenerative agriculture is that it is a journey of self-discovery. I think it starts with the individual and making a shift in their mind between your ears. That's where it all begins. And then there is, a number of practices that we can talk about in regenerative agriculture, which is, obviously soil focused, and then also about biodiversity, also about positive outcomes with our water. It's also about making our farms more resilient and using less inputs and relying on those sort of off-farm inputs as all part of the process. A whole new world opens up once you kind of step into that paradigm, and then you just understand how much we don't know and how much more there is to learn. And regenerative agriculture can take many forms. I mean, that's a good thing about it. It's not prescriptive, but it is outcome focused, and so it is measurable. We're certainly very economically viable, and if anything, we expect to be maintaining our sort of stocking rates and productions, but also our input costs are a lot less. And so the other thing is, I guess, we're making ourselves more profitable over the long run. Every farm's different, all land's different, everybody's life and their context is different, and it's just, pulling in knowledge from a wide range of sources and then applying that in your life, which also translates to how we manage our land.